Hi guys, so today we're going to do crafts, and the first crafts I'm going to do is the one that I put up yesterday, which is the one with the fork and the ink and all that, but I don't have any ink around my house. I don't know about you guys, but I just don't have ink around my house. So my thought was to use food coloring. So first thing I'm going to do is get a Kleenex. Excuse me. But I'm going to use some cardstock because I make cards for people a lot. I print out cards. Larry, up. I print out cards, I print out flyers, I print out a lot of things like that. So I have a lot of cardstock laying around, so I do that. I have gloves so I don't get the food coloring, because food coloring, once it gets on your skin or nails, really stains. And since nobody can go to the nail salon right now, get some rubber gloves or plastic gloves if you have them around the house. Also, if you don't, be really careful with the food coloring. I put out some paper towels because I'm afraid that the food coloring is going to really bleed through the paper. And of course, under the fork, and I'm going to get a really big, not a really big spoon, but I'm going to get a bigger spoon for the ink. That's a bigger spoon. So I'm going to have, you know what, I want to prop up the handle on the spoon, because if it's laying like that, flat down like that, I don't think it's going to hold any ink. So how am I going to do this? I have this little thing that holds tea bags. Let's see if it'll hold. Yeah, that'll prop it up. So then it'll hold some food coloring. I have different kinds of food coloring. Okay, and there are all different kinds of food coloring. What you want is the liquid kind of food coloring. Kind of comes in a little bottle and it's like drops that you put in things. You don't want the kind that comes in a tube. You don't want the kind that comes in a little like jar. They're not going to work. You want the kind that is liquid. So I have that one. And I have this one. So we're going to see what color I want to use. I have a lot of food coloring. Anyway, I think I have spray too. No. That's just icing. Writing icing. Okay. I'm going to get my glasses. I'll be right back. Tabby and Candy. So, I think one of these is like pastelish. Oh no, bright. These are really bright. I have purple, teal. Teal's my sort of signature color. We might do that. And this one's like primaries. Red, yellow, green, blue. I think I'm going to do teal. I'm going to try that. If I even have it. Which I don't seem to. Alright, so let's do purple. That's another color I like. Alright, let's try this. So the video made it look oh so easy. But I'm pretty sure that person had done a lot of practice and a lot of calligraphy. Now, full disclosure, I have done some calligraphy in my day. I used to do it a lot more when I was younger. But I'm no calligrapher, that's for sure. Alright, let's try this. Let's see what we come up with. I mean, that's inky, right? I mean, that's inky. Alright, let's see how this works. It's liquidy enough. I think it's even more like, it's thicker than ink, actually. I thought it would be, I really thought it was going to be more liquidy, but it's thicker than ink. So they did all kinds of stuff where they, and then she had one fork. If you watch the whole video, she had one fork where she bent the middle tines back and she just used the end ones and she wrote numbers and stuff. All right, so it was like, yeah. All right, so not as easy as it looks. All right, let's practice on this one and see what we get. You know what? You have to stand and you have to not have your elbow resting on anything. That's number one tip and trick. And you really need a lot of ink on there, a lot of food coloring. Yep. All right. Some more. Come on. I think I might not have any more. Come on. You know what that'll mean? That'll mean we're mixing. That'll mean I put some pink in there. I think I have some pink in here. And that's okay. Oh, yeah, I have a lot of pink. Oh, we're going to come up with a good color now. Alright, so that's a good amount of ink. If I put any more in there, it's going to spill over. Let's mix it up. Alright, see what we have. You know what? I'm going to take these ones out from underneath so they don't get any ink on them. Well, that's a little better. It really does depend how much ink you have on them. Have on the fork. Be careful because it splatters if you have a lot of ink on it too. Don't press too hard because then the ink all comes off at one time. But don't press too light because then... Okay, gotta press evenly on the tines. This is really interesting. This is really interesting. I don't know how they get that to be so even and so... I guess ink is really a lot more fluid too than this, but this is cool because as I go, the pink comes through more. See it? As I, if I do it this way, if I do it that way, it's a little easier to do, somewhat easier to do. Huh. I actually kind of like the splatters. So while this is not anything at all like the one that she did, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And I'm going to tell you, it's very relaxing. If you wanted to just kind of do something wavy and fun. It's fun. It really is. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's not going in the museum anymore, but it's kind of fun and cool. It could be something to do with your kids. It does bleed through. See that? It does bleed through. It could be something to do with your kids on a day when you guys are bored, which is going to be, there's going to be more of those coming. It could be a good, you know, art class project. You need some art class. Let's I clearly need an art class. But it's fun. So that's craft project number 1. So let's see what else we can find that we can make a craft out of and have some fun with. This was easy because it's everything that we have around the house. It didn't make a terrible mess. I mean, a little bit of a mess, not much. Didn't cost us anything. And it was fun and relaxing, and you can do it with any age group. Any age group. Adults can do it, kids can do it. Moms, dads, whatever. I think it's fun. Alright, so now let's go. I told you, full disclosure, I am a crafty person. I do have craft stuff around. This is my gallery for my grandsons. So we're going to go into my craft area and see what we have and see what we can find. You guys may or may not have an area like this in your house, but I have it, so this is where we're going. Don't mind this stuff. This is for the shore. And we have a new place at the shore, so we're sort of getting things together for that. Alright, this is my closet with my craft stuff. And one of the things that I like to have around that you can do an enormous amount of things with, okay? It's something that grandmoms for years on end have had. And I don't know what I knocked down, but it's a button jar, okay? I've been collecting buttons for probably 30, 40 years. Not since day one, but yeah, probably pretty much since day one. If a shirt came with extra buttons, I kept it. It's just what I've done. So these are my buttons. At one point I bought some buttons. They're still in there. That was a long time ago. Guys, check out what I have in here. This was from one of my grandson's christenings. It was what we changed him into after church. Sorry. Moment. I was having a moment. So we have that. Anybody else? A bunch of Sharpies? Everybody has a bunch of Sharpies somewhere in their house. Oh, here's a fun thing. I don't know if anybody else has these around their house. But every time I go to bingo, I buy one of these suckers, and I always forget to bring it back with me. So I've got bingo daubers. A bunch of them. And this is great. If you have little kids, this is a great thing to do a craft with them. A great thing. And it is also good for husbands who are artistically challenged. So, bingo daubers. Source of ink. Without a mess. Unopened. Dabbing stick. It's like a bingo dauber with glue. I have so much in here that it would be unfair. It would be really unfair, but this is something everybody has. Duct tape. So now, that's what we're going to use. And we're going to see what we come up with. Could be fun, could be interesting. And we're going to make something. We're going to make a piece of art, a craft. We're going to do something. We're going to create something. Could be horrible. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Candy, you're not creating. So, this is what we have.
Come on, baby.
And we also have our paper. That's stuck. clean up our other crafts before we move on. So this, guys, this is just a table I got from Big Lots. And I put a piece of plexiglass on top to protect it from all the things that we do in a kitchen. And in my tiny condo, crafts is one of them. So, away it goes. All right. What is that? And this piece of paper. I'm going to start with the duct tape. You need a good pair of scissors. Anybody else have the good scissors? I have a couple pair of good scissors because I sew also. So the sewing scissors are, don't touch them. You do not use the sewing scissors for paper or anything else. Sewing scissors are only for fabric. So I have the sewing scissors, and these are my good craft scissors. And then I have my cooking scissors. Each pair of scissors has its own distinct job. And don't use one for something else. Okay, so here's some duct tape. And this duct tape, I thought it was black. It's really not black. It's like charcoal color, I'm going to say. But it's not your usual silver duct tape. I'm not sure where we got it. That's pretty cool. So I have an idea what to do with this duct tape. And it's not the easiest thing to work with because it's very sticky. So once you decide what you want to do with it, you better be really sure, especially with paper, because it's stuck, it's not moving. So what I want to do with it is I want to make triangle shapes. It sticks to the scissors too. It's really tough to work with. I want to make triangle shapes and I want to put them on my paper. Just randomly. Different, that's not the perfect triangle, but whatever. And you just cut different sizes, different types. And don't ask me what types they are, because I don't know. I'm not a math person. Isosceles or whatever, I don't know. I don't know. My son would know, but I don't know. They're cute. I think they're all cute. Okay, so I like that. I do like that. And then I'm going to get a bigger dauber. So this is going to be like kind of a lot of geometric shapes. See how they come out? They come out pretty cool. I'll go back and do this one again. Ooh, I better put some paper towels under this. So they come out pretty cool, and this is like, you know, a fuchsia color, because that's what I always pick when I go to bingo. I always pick the purpley pink color. And it's so easy to use these. I mean, that's what they're made for. They're made for just dabbing on ink all over the place. We're going to do polka dots randomly all over the place. You can go back and make them a little heavier, a little bigger. As you hold it there, they'll become a little bit bigger, a little darker. That's pretty cool. And you can add in, like what I would do, is grab a third color. I always like to have 3 colors in something, because it adds, like, that's a little bit drab, so I would add, oh, these are, oh, I didn't even realize what these were. This is a brush. Can you see that? It even says Sharpie brush right there. So these are almost like paint brushes. I didn't even know I had these. But I would add in like a turquoisey color and do like lightning bolts. Throughout, going each direction. This just looks like some kind of funky fabric that came from 1983. That somebody had on their pajamas or something. So I'm pretty much done with this. But that didn't take me more than 5 minutes to do. I think it looks pretty cool. It's still wet. There's nothing that I used except maybe scissors, and you could help them with that kids can't use, and I mean little kids, 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds, from bingo daubers to a Sharpie to some duct tape to make something that's pretty cool that you could put in a frame and hang up somewhere, put in their room. I mean, with their favorite colors. I'm pushing this table all over the place. Kids love to have things that they make, and kids really, from a very young age, pick a color or a couple colors that they really like. I know each of my grandson's favorite colors. Joseph is red, Nicholas is blue, Ren is green. And for some reason tan. I don't know who likes a neutral, but for some reason Ren really likes tan. But Joseph is red, Nicholas is blue, Ren is green. And whenever I purchase something, if it comes in those colors, Joseph gets red, Nicholas gets blue, Ren gets green. And when we come to superheroes, Joseph is Batman, Nicholas is Robin, Ren is Spider-Man. Right? Is that right? Spider-Man? Or no, he's Superman, right?
But the colors are off.
Yeah, no, the colors are off. That doesn't matter about the colors. But that's who they are now. He's Spider-Man. So we have to get that right. And we have to get the colors right. And it's very particular. So if you let kids just do what they like to do in the colors that they like to do it and pick it, and they'll be thrilled. And if you frame it, when you frame something, it gives it that, and it can be a dollar store frame, it doesn't matter, but you frame it and you put it in their room, it just makes them feel so special and important. So yeah, we can't get the frames right now, but you have frames around your house, And maybe there's one that has a picture you're not too fond of. Take it out. Or here's another tip, hint, trick. Just turn it around. Put your kid's picture in it for now. And when you're able to go get another frame, do that. And then turn it back around and use it again. Right? You don't have to throw out the picture. Just turn it around backwards and use it until you can get another frame. That's all. Or order one online. So do these things with your kids. Do them for fun for yourself as a relaxation. There's stuff around your house. You can hot glue buttons on just about anything and everything. Here, let me show you what I did with some buttons. This was hand sewn, and I've had it for many years. I did it for our 10th anniversary. After our 10th anniversary, I had some fabric, and I had some of the buttons. Now we're about to celebrate our 40th anniversary, so this has been around that long. And I made this pillow. Some of the buttons are coming off a little bit. But I made this pillow. And I hand sewed these buttons on. And I hand stitched a lot of the... Well, I sewed some of it on the machine. And then I hand stitched this part. And it's hand stuffed too. I didn't use a pillow form because it's not the normal size of a pillow. So that's something you can do with buttons. There's a lot of things you can do with buttons. Kids learning to button things. You can make like a little piece of fabric and then make some buttonholes and put some buttons. Counting. Yeah, you could use counting. Yeah, you could put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and have them learn how to count. You can make a little bucket where they have buttons, but see, buttons are small and you don't really want kids handling buttons, so that's another thing that you really don't want to encourage. I was going to say have them put the buttons into the bucket, but making something that they can button, and then also sewing it onto a piece of fabric and then using something like a Sharpie to write the numbers next to it. That's something you could do. A piece of felt, or you could glue it onto you could glue the buttons onto a piece of paper and then write the numbers next to it, like 1 button, 2 buttons, 3 buttons, 4, and then write the numbers next to it and help them learn to count that way. I love having a big jar of buttons. It means anytime I need one of any kind, I have it. So I think that's it for today, guys. We did 2 crafty things. I don't know what else. Tomorrow I think we're going to cook again. Maybe this time we will not bake, but cook something. Like I think tomorrow, I'm not sure if it's tomorrow, but one of the days this week it's supposed to get cold. Today is beautiful, but one of the days this week it's supposed to get cold and maybe even possibly snow. So I was thinking maybe I would do a soup and teach you guys how to do a mirepoix and do a soup. I know I keep saying I have this experience and that experience and next experience, but I really do, because I've just taken a lot of classes and learned to do a lot of things because I was a stay-at-home mom for 15 years, and so that's what I did. I learned a lot of things along my way. I've taken cooking classes in my travels, so I've learned a lot. Stop it, these dogs. So we can learn about that. We can learn about knife skills and stuff like that. We can do that tomorrow. We can cook together. I don't know what I'm going to cook. But you guys probably will have the stuff around. Because I don't do like anything that's outrageous where you're going to need like gourmet things. It's just carrots and onions and celery. That's Mirepoix. Carrots, onions, and celery. So, join me tomorrow, somewhere between 2 and 3, and we'll get this done. Every day, every single day, the state of New Jersey and the state of Pennsylvania are changing what I need to do as a realtor and what I need not to do as a realtor. And they're giving me new documents and they're making things more restrictive. So every day when I wake up in the morning, it's a new surprise. So every day I plan to be here with you guys at 2:30 and things change for me. Usually Governor Murphy is on TV about 1 o'clock and the state of Pennsylvania is on about 12:30, and the president is on somewhere in that range. So I'm listening to see how my career has changed in the last 24 hours. And then I have my clients to listen to and to answer to, and so I will get to you guys somewhere in that time range as just as quick as I can, so we can be together and we can cook together tomorrow, okay? Because we're all stuck inside and we need something to do. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.